Amazon.
Hey,
I'll
Ryan,
have
why
it.
don't you pull up Amazon's margins real quick?
Well,
Yeah, I'd have more of a grin on my face than Stephen Hawking on Epstein's Island.
Came off as a smug cock when he said that.
Wow, fiscal philosophy, you're not very smart at all. You screw up, cash flow kings. Dissector, you an idiot.
What's up, lad? 8 o'clock sharp right now. You could be fucking doing lines. You could be doing fucking bitches. You could be doing anything right now. We are at fucking CFK, and I fuck with that mad. What's up, Bitcoin guy?
The price of Bitcoin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is Saturday at 10 o'clock Eastern. At Saturday, 10 o'clock Eastern, you could be doing a wide range and variety of activities. Fiscal, I have a scythe in the corner right now. What could you potentially be doing at Saturday, 10 o'clock Eastern on a hollow weekend where bad things could be happening?
You could keep all of your money in fiat.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You know what's scarier than any spooky Halloween thing?
What? Fiserv earnings?
Letting inflation erode the value of your fiat before you stack enough Satoshis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of you could be doing cocaine out of porta potties right now. Don't want to be doing that. You could be Oh, we got a new channel member. Uh-oh. You could be buying Chipotle. Wow, we have a new channel member. Hello. Thank you, Mohammed, the cash flow critic. I appreciate it. I had to join on both. Wow. You see this? This is the kind of patron that we support here on the Cash Flow Kings. He's already a channel member at one account, but one's not good enough, and he goes for two. What other retards on a Saturday night dance for $2, 33 cents basically for all of us, and dress up like a rock and roll star, and Fiscal's dressing up like a Bitcoin nerd, finance guy, Bitcoin guy, whatever you want to call it. Fiscal's not saying anything. He's just...
Listen, I bought $50 worth of Bitcoin, and now it is in my entire personality.
Oh,
it's good for the engagement on Twitter.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, speaking of engagement on Twitter, I may or may not have signed up for a Kalshi account this week. Of course, I used referral code Dividend, dude. Of course, I had to. I had to support.
You have to support the virtuous circle, the OG channel member.
Yeah, the OG channel member. So he gets like $10 from that. So it's free channel memberships that he can gamble on Kalshi with. It's fun though. I'm telling you, like. I'm like a very conservative gambler. So like anytime I get like somewhat like a 20% return in the payout, I'm like, fuck it, get me out of this. I can't take it.
You know what? I can't take.
Uh-oh. Bob.
I can't take how much the fiat is going down. 99% all-time return.
Now, Bitcoin guy, is that a sustainable investment you could be making?
Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Listen, some people like to buy gold chains. The only chains I care about are blockchains.
Oh,
mister.
Speaking of chains, we could paid for by channel memberships, of course. Get the full Rockstar look intact.
I throw all the memberships into Satoshis.
Yes.
Bitcoin and chill.
I throw all my channel membership money into Kalshi option, Kalshi daily bets.
A crash is coming. The only safe things are Bitcoin, guns, and Bibles.
Is it only Trump Bibles, or is it what kind of Bibles are we talking? Trump Bibles, the hotel Bibles.
the Dave Ramsey Bibles. Only
Wow,
he doesn't believe in Bitcoin, and that's causing me to have a crisis of faith.
Yes, lad. I don't. I spent all my money on fucking blow, and I can't even reckon it. Okay, we do have some. Since this is a fun financial show, we can't stay in character the entire time. We have a channel membership. Thank you, Muhammad. Go follow his Twitter. We have very similar takes. And as per usual, we will dance for $1 on this show. We do many things for $1. So thank you, Muhammad. Enjoy your membership and enjoy your value. Here we go.
Round two. Here we go.
Thank you to.
I call that the Tesla Optimus Prime dance.
Bitcoin guy. Now, have you seen the Robert Kiyosaki tweets on him calling it a pop is inevitable? What are your thoughts on that, Bitcoin guy?
Okay, so Robert Kiyosaki has, as somebody pointed out, he has correctly called 600 out of the last 4 crashes, meaning, yeah, if you keep saying there's going to be a bubble or a crash enough times for a long enough time, eventually you will be right. And because of confirmation bias, that's going to be the thing. Oh, see, he called it.
Yeah.
But he called it a lot of times when it didn't happen too. That's an issue.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we'll start off because this is a prevalent. Mr. Brock Browley asks about the Chipotle dip. So, Fiscal, when's the last time you've gone to When's the last time you went to Chipotle?
Like in person or ordered it?
Both.
In person, I want to say 2023.
Okay. How are you?
I've probably ordered it once in the last year, if I had to guess. Like as far as like getting it on like either Uber Eats or DoorDash or something.
Yeah. How are your portions, you'd say?
I don't know. It's the same as it always has been, as far as I could tell.
Okay. So ever since, I have a couple stories. So basically, ever since it appears Nickel left, the CEO, he left for Starbucks. He fled ship. Mm-hmm. Portions have been ass at Chipotle. I can personally speak from, it's very inconsistent. Some of the employees will scam you. I've come to learn. They just straight
up. My guess
like,
is probably that it varies a lot store by store.
Yeah,
that would be my. I don't know, because I have not had Chipotle enough times in the last couple of years to really have enough of a sample size to say anything for sure. I have a friend that basically eats Chipotle, or at one point in time was eating Chipotle literally 7 days a week for all of his meals.
Yeah,
and
Aria.
And his thing was make friends with the staff there, and he said that they would like comp him double meat and stuff in his bowls and stuff all the time. So your mileage may vary.
Yeah. Basically stock down 25% pretty much this week, so stock bad. Put in simple terms, I don't know if you want to be looking at PE ratio for Chipotle.
I mean, what else?
Pretty rich PE of 34 still, even after a 20% decline, and you just have to ask yourself, like,
listen, I can pay, and by the way, I can pay a similar multiple for Google, or like Google's actually cheaper than that. It's like, but Chipotle, you know,
Meta too now. Meta is like 26, 27, or like. I understand burritos. It's fun.
I get that. It's apples to oranges, but I don't like restaurants as much as I like tech, right?
And cloud.
Yeah, it's restaurants, it's very fickle, and it's completely reliant on consumer trends and behaviors and things like that.
I feel like Chipotle's demand has always been good. It's just like I definitely do see a deterioration in the quality of product you're getting. Like, and for how much you're paying at this point, like you're paying for essentially, if you're buying these double bowls, you're paying for maybe 8 ounces of steak at most, where you could easily go to a grocery store and get like a pound of steak for maybe $5 or $6 on clearance. Not the highest quality cut.
Yeah. I got they had a choice sirloin at a Kroger here. If you scan the digital coupon with their app, which yes, I for sure will do that. I think it was either $5.99 or $6.99 for choice sirloin, and yeah, like it's not the most awesome marble, like it's not like a prime New York strip or anything, but
you get your macros.
It's sirloin, so it's like relatively lean, and like it's steak. It tastes like beef. It's good, right? Like no problems.
Yeah. A few of the things just to recap from the earnings. Comparable sales have been declining or stalling, pulling the good old Starbucks. Lowered its full year outlook for sales, and costs are rising due to inflation. Have you ever heard that before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never say never, but you most likely aren't going to see me investing in any restaurant type stuff in any serious way.
I can't believe I owned Starbucks like less than a year ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much people can change as investors.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going McDonald's. Though McDonald's, it's more of a real estate play than a restaurant play, arguably. But Wendy's has been has been tough. But yeah, Chipotle just not my thing. Like even Texas Roadhouse, which I love.
I know.
I'm just not. I think restaurants, it's just
yeah,
a little tricky for me. Too much can go wrong too quickly. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, everybody, I've been reminded now that Hugo's here, because we talked about earlier this week. This is also partially a birthday episode. We aren't going to run for 2 hours, so it won't leak into my birthday. So I'm going to pull an admit here. Once again, since it is my birthday, a lot of people are probably thinking, yeah, we should super chat a lot of money right now. We should probably give them like, I don't know, at least $20. Please don't do that, guys. I don't want your money on this birthday. With that said, though, we gladly will take the money and put your message up on screen and distribute screenshots on Twitter, so it can become a ripple effect, so we can raise birthday celebrations and birthday loves.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, pulling a good old Amit there. He did that. He did that like last week. So sorry.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Wendy's is not, but no, only pizza. What do we want to discuss next? Starbucks.
Why are we discussing all of this when we've had, what have we had?
We're starting generous, okay, Fiscal. We want to go over the boring stuff and then leak the viewership into some of the better, more interesting.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't really I could not care less about what happened on, I don't even know what happened on Starbucks.
You don't even know what happened? Do you want to take a wild guess of what the price is trading at right now, like after almost a year of us not really frequently discussing it?
I don't know. Is it 75 again?
We are at $80.
Wow.
Imagine the opportunity cost of not buying Amazon at $160. One of these other opportunities.
People were telling me, how much Starbucks was a pound the table thing, and it could never go to 75. Was that? Was that what it was?
I think it was that, and I think there was also another company that went down 50% this week that we were selling SCG in a Roth IRA to buy. Any clues?
You said down 50%. Was it Fiserv?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually feel bad because we know people that are in that.
That's the only big one that I know of that fell.
I'll-
But all along though, right? People have been doing this like false equivalency between Fiserv and PayPal, and
Who's laughing now?
I mean, like, granted, like PayPal can't hold above 70 for whatever fucking reason, but I certainly feel better about my PayPal where I initiated my first shares at like $59.
Yeah.
And I'm not making all the money in the world, but it's like okay-ish. I don't see that there's much downside from here versus I think Fiserv has a lot more debt loading than PayPal. I think that's part of it.
Okay, well, we could kind of skip Starbucks because the earnings is not as interesting as I thought it was. They're just basically in kind of a rat race to the top.
Yeah.
We could do Fiserv now if you want. I kind of wanted to get Ari on to talk about it sometime, but I think we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Fiserv was classified as like this better alternative, or is like pitched as like this better alternative to like Visa, MasterCard, some of these companies, because they have like the payment like device thing.
Isn't it the Toast thing?
Yeah.
Is that them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Fiserv went down 50% this week, 46%.
Yeah.
And it's not like the market cap is small either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll check the market cap right now, but the market cap was not small when 36 billion.
Yeah. And this is one of those things where the people saying watch out, be careful. I will say, to their credit, the market is heavily punishing anything short of excellence with earnings right now. It seems like anything bad is just getting hammered, which that so hey, like, imagine what happens if Nvidia has a bad quarter.
I know.
Yeah.
That's gonna take it
to the whole market. I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be a domino effect.
Thankfully,
Jensen Huang is the
it didn't happen this quarter. Like, probably it's not happening next quarter. So probably 2025 is going to be okay. Probably,
yeah.
But when and if that ever does happen, though, it's gonna get very ugly for a lot of stocks that are AI or data center involved or adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The
okay,
QQQ was really looking so hot at that time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people that I'm just reading Hugo's thing. Starbucks in the low 70s is a good trade not to own. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a trader, but sure, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fiserv I think Arya said it was like one of the worst quarters he's ever seen by management. I think it just shows to prove that like anything can happen. Never take any position for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Know your shit when it comes to like research, because I don't want to sound like a prick. Like, you have people selling SHG for this. Like, we gotta be a little better than that. That's just I understand SHG is it's not some Dave opportunity or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I was never fully convinced on Fiserv to begin with, and so I just avoided it.
I never got the pitch fully.
But hey, some people say the same thing about PayPal.
Yeah.
Because I mean, hey, they went to like, what was it, 75 or something on it, and then they're back in the 60s now. Like, they haven't, price wise, they haven't performed all that well either. So like, the people that have avoided PayPal temporarily look justified, right? So
some of the bad things, the earnings in Fiserv, they just missed expectations by like a fuck ton.
Mm-hmm.
They reported they were expecting $2.64. They missed that by literally 60 cents. They cut their full year guidance for 2025. They're expecting growth of 3.5% to 4% instead of 10% plus earlier in the year.
And it's rough. It's rough because one of the things that people, and by the way, Fiserv and PayPal aren't as similar as people like to say as far as what they do and everything.
Yeah.
But that was a big thing. Oh, why would you want PayPal and their dumb 5% growth when you could get Fiserv with their 10% growth? And now PayPal's growth is actually back up to 7%. It was it had dropped to 1%.
Yeah.
Then it went to 5%. Now it's back to 7%. PayPal is actually trending back up towards almost double digits on their revenue growth again.
PayPal reported, correct?
Yeah, they did.
We want to discuss PayPal's quarter. What are your thoughts?
It was a good quarter. I did a short video going over some of what I thought were the highlights, and it's what we wanted to see, a slight reacceleration in their revenue. Seems like it was mainly driven, or at least somewhat driven, by the reacceleration of Braintree, though Q4 should be bigger in that regard, which was covered in Q2 guidance. So things are basically playing out as Alex Chris, the CEO, had laid out in their plan. And they're doing well with Venmo, to my understanding. And yeah, they raised guidance, by the way. But who cares? It's just PayPal, right?
Yeah, it's just PayPal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do we want to go over some more specific financial numbers? I haven't pulled up. The revenue was up 5% year over year. The transaction margin dollars grew 7%. And it's focusing on the higher margin businesses. It's my.
Are you sure that's because that top line number? I thought it was 7%, or at least that's what stock analysis showed.
According to CNBC, that's what I. Oh wait, this might be. Hold up. Fuck ChatGPT. They're not sorry.
Yeah.
Open
Yeah.
AI.
Use an actual data aggregator, please.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Yeah. Have you seen the Sam Altman thing? Yeah, 7.3%. I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah. 12% year over year. Total payment volume up 8%. And they're now dividend stock. We forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah. There is a dividend now, and the buyback coming in.
The whales are.
Yeah.
By
the way, I do think what they're putting in the dividend is better used on buybacks.
Yeah.
At the current price, but
Fabio's probably rolling in his grave.
I know. Well, this is the thing. So literally this quarter, they threw everything and the kitchen sink they possibly could. It feels like to get some momentum or catch a bid, because there was people on the demand for the dividend was certain people on social media. They should pay a dividend, and I'd get into the stock. I was even getting it in my comments on my videos a few weeks ago.
You were going to be the final needle to push it.
Texas Roadhouse tonight. You're in Phoenix tonight?
Oh. So that's a bad idea. I'm going to meet up with Cody unprepared.
I mean, hey, if he's in Phoenix, I haven't had dinner yet, right? So
yeah. But yeah, Chipotle or PayPal is PayPal.
Yeah.
Do you think that just the negative sentiment around the stock will just kind of keep it in a loophole, even until they have the consistency in their earnings enough?
No. It's the problem isn't consistency in their earnings. The problem is in 2021, people were saying they're gonna eat Visa and MasterCard's lunch when they were $300, and then when growth started to actually kind of slow down a little bit, everybody sold it off until it got down to in the 50s.
Yeah.
And really, there's been there's never and you feel free to fact check me on this, but I don't believe in the time from when they went from 300 down to 50, I don't believe that their revenue has ever actually gone down on a comparable quarter prior year basis. So there's always been at least some growth.
Yeah.
This entire time. But the stock fell a lot. Therefore, it's a dead company. It's a dying business. Nobody uses PayPal. They suck. And for a time, I would agree that the management wasn't doing everything they could to optimize value. Like they had Venmo, which has how many millions and millions of hundreds of millions of users on there.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact number of Venmo users, but it's certainly a lot. Like almost everybody where I live.
It doesn't appear to be going down.
Yeah, and they were not monetized. The previous management was doing this much a zero to monetize Venmo, even though I'm guessing it's probably like 50 or 60 million people use Venmo, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, we have this thing. There's tens of millions of people using it. People love it, but we don't actually do anything to make money with that.
Yeah.
That seems stupid to me. So
now, with the free cash flow, I don't think I've ever like talked extensively with you about it. Is there some sort of cost that I haven't seen or heard about? I'm just curious to why it's like not insanely consistent.
Yeah.
Are these fake numbers?
Yeah. Well, so there's going to be like maybe some like seasonality, and there's also with Braintree specifically, there's the issue with that was they were basically growing their revenue by undercutting on price to such a degree that they couldn't be profitable on that revenue. And so that would mean that revenue was growing, but earnings and cash flow maybe were not growing in line with it. And so as a result, you have like this kind of lumpy cash flow. And when it comes to things like fees on the back end of things like foreign transactions and things like that, I'm sure there's like some variance that has to be accounted for somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, suffice it to say that a lot of that, I think, is from prior management not really optimizing for the bottom line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to discuss good old Evolution, because that was kind of the
they're in the 60s nowadays, aren't they?
I know it's getting like pretty juicy.
Yeah.
I was discussing this with a family member, pitching it to them, but like if the rest of the market kind of shits the bed like we saw it do, or like just be insanely volatile like in April, I feel like Evolution's attractive. No, I understand like it's we're only investing for the 2-month period. You know, we're 3-day chart investors.
Yep. Yeah. I'm definitely getting more interested in lowering my cost basis as that one drops, because I do think it's a pretty high quality business with great margins, and
it's valued right now not to grow it all. Like if it doesn't grow at all,
it's actually now that it's valued like a declining business, if anything.
Yeah, like even if it doesn't grow or declines a little bit, like you're still getting a good return.
Yeah, they could.
And there's lots of like good things in the business. I think
they could be completely stagnant, and still you're getting a pretty good deal. The limitation on their buybacks is kind of a pain in the ass, because can they take advantage of that as fully as we'd like them to right now?
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so that's an annoyance, but I'm sure I think we'll see a share price of $100 at some point with Evolution. I think it's only a matter of time.
Yes, Hugo, I'm watching. We're gonna try and recap before the 9th inning for those who are watching. We have plenty of time still to discuss good old Amazon and Evolution, of course. Yeah, I think Evolution is probably like one of the most attractive, if not the most attractive holding right now by value. I don't think that's a stretch. There was something interesting that I saw on Twitter this week about a creator who reached out to do an interview with the Evolution management or CEO, and they said something about asking like the hard questions, and they never got back to him. And they wanted to ask a certain amount of questions to know beforehand, and he told them, and they didn't like it, so they never reached back or something. I don't know how much truth there is to that, so like, don't sue me, Evolution, please. I'm not Black Cute, but
Yeah. I mean, I think when it comes to if you're going to interview a CEO or a high level person in a publicly traded company, yeah, like us, yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna catch many of them by being like, I want to ask you the tough questions, and really, no, because like there's no upside for them for that.
I can try and find the exact tweet, but like,
Yeah,
I don't know if he exactly said that in the tweet. I know he said in like responses about.
and
Like,
I'm not saying you need to softball them or anything, but I think if they suspect they're coming into like an ambush, and if they're made to look bad that it could hurt the stock price, they're going to not do that because they have a duty to their shareholders and everything. So
that interview is not what you need right now.
Yeah, so I think it behooves them to be cautious about who they talk to. By the way, we're very friendly. We're very CEO friendly.
Yeah, we will ask you the softball question. We will.
We will ask you the fair questions, and like we won't step over any lines that of things that shouldn't be discussed publicly.
No, we tire. I'm Liam Gallagher. Lad. And Fiscal is finance guy, Bitcoin finance guy, whatever you want to.
Bitcoin guy.
We didn't prep it up. I low-key forgot we even had it came up fast this year, but I think we still did pretty good with costumes. We've done good all 3 years.
I literally saw this blue polo clearance at Walmart today, and I was like, you know who else? I could definitely just be Bitcoin guy. And they had these pixel glasses, and it's like my transformation to Bitcoin guy was complete.
Yeah. Oh, do we want to talk about SNAP benefits being yoinked?
Oh yeah, sure. We can talk
while we're here. What are your general thoughts?
So first things first, the one thing that comes up probably the most on social media is like the rage stuff of like, oh, it's all 400-pound women and their 8 kids, and there's some truth to that does exist, and there are the people who like sell them, which is it's illegal to do that, right? Every once in a while you'll hear about some random store in the ghetto that accepts SNAP or whatever getting busted, and what happens if they get busted doing that is basically like they get kicked off and they're not allowed to accept it anymore. But that does occur.
Reddit.
Yeah, sure. That does occur. I'm not saying that it doesn't, because I've seen for a fact that it does. I used to live in a pretty sketchy area, and the people I would see and interact with were the sort of people that might do that kind of thing. But on the flip side, we're talking about tens of millions of people. Certainly not all of them do those things. They're not all 400 pounds, and they don't all sell it or whatever, abuse the system, use it for lobster or whatever. And I think there is
a lobster.
There's a kernel of wisdom to the idea that basically as a general rule, any civilized person is like 3 to 5 missed meals away from not being so civilized anymore.
Yeah.
If I was a person who was in power and like responsible for this, I would be worried about some of the chaos that might be brewing. If the food pantries start to run dry and stuff, and this
People
still
start
isn't
going out to
resolved,
Walmarts and stealing Hostess donuts and stuff. It could be really bad.
it can get ugly.
Yeah.
If there was like this was a legitimate worry during COVID when like the shelves were empty.
Yeah.
We are literally as a herd of people, a mass of living beings, we are a few missed meals away from things getting very ugly very fast. And so you take away the food from tens of millions of people and their children. And I mean, whether you agree with giving free food to poor people or not, whether you think they should have to work for it or not, or whether you like your tax dollars going to it or not, it doesn't change what they might be willing to do if that is taken away from them and they don't have like a viable replacement. You have to think that through.
Star Wars Revenge of the Brokes. Could be
Now,
bad.
I'm not particularly worried. I don't mind some of my tax dollars going to feed poor people or whatever. There are certainly worse things you could use it on. The taxes are going to go to something anyway. 90% of it probably things I don't agree with. So might as well, just accept it and not cry too hard about it.
Yeah. Forget about those hungry losers. Tell us more about buying oh my god, Jackson NBN. Yeah, I think Jackson's like a pretty good buy here still. It's just
I mean Jackson hasn't really run that much. I think I've paid anywhere from 80 to 85 for all the shares of Jackson I have. Isn't it close? Is it touching 100 still?
Yeah, it's been like 195 to 100.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it gets another pullback to like 91 or 90, maybe I'll add more to it. I would think it's one of those. It's boring and consistent and probably going to be a quality compounder. So I like that about Jackson.
I think it's like the third largest holding in my portfolio at this point with SHG and Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in all kinds of stuff. It's funny. At one point, I trimmed down different things to just focus.
Yeah.
And I've now like kind of re-expanded a little bit, but a lot of it has done pretty well. So, it's been good.
Yeah.
I think I've just been doing it a little more slowly and not getting overextended into things.
Yeah.
We
want to talk Amazon?
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's the topic of the episode, and then we'll
we'll
answer any few questions. What is the excuse for not having like a quarter or 20% of your portfolio in Amazon at this point?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm kicking myself a little bit because I took 100% gain on like a Google Leaps contract when it was around 250, because just time erodes those contracts.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about flipping it into a couple of Amazon ones. Like I was flirting with that idea. And I didn't end up pulling the trigger on it. And then Amazon jumps $20 a share. And I'm like,
I feel like there's been way too much trading on like just a lot of accounts that are just trading in and out of like these good companies. And I know I'm not like some wire boy to speak, but like
to be clear, these are options, so they are all trades.
Yeah.
Well,
like people
I have shares too. I have the shares.
People that are like buying all this like Amazon and Google, and then they're dumping it once the price goes up like under a year, where you're gonna get taxed pretty like somewhat heavily. I don't know the people's.
Yeah, no, I think for me, like Amazon and Google would the price would have to inflate outrageously before I would want to sell it.
Yeah, because
I think those are they're such good long-term holds with their moats, their growth, and how fully integrated they are into our economy and into our everyday lives. I think it could be that buying Amazon or Google today is sort of like buying Apple in 2010 or or Walmart in 2004 or something.
Sure, but there's diversification that I prefer, and I think there's like who's gonna buy up Amazon? Joking. Yeah, AWS up 20%, 13% for revenue. Forward guidance raised, no dividend. What was the capex number? Like 125 billion, something ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean the capex is always ridiculous. That's sort of their thing.
That's going to be insane when they just imagine like a world where they stop doing that. Just suddenly one quarter. Yeah, we spent 800 million capex this year. Yeah. And the free cash flow, oh my God, that's going to
exploded.
To say what the kids say. Light a candle. Okay. We'll give the 5-minute warning for anybody that wants to ask any questions or concerns. We're doing a bit of a shorter episode tonight. We apologize. I apologize, I should say. Fiscal's probably fine, but I've been caught ill again. Not good. Last quarter at Amazon option trader in shambles. There's a lot of people that I saw did not think Amazon was going to have a good quarter. Jassy would say something, but turns out this is fine.
I was pretty confident they would. I know the prior quarter people were up in arms about the AWS growth being like 17% instead of the usual 30% or whatever. But then my understanding is they were back to form this quarter, and that they had even said like, oh yeah, this is like kind of just a temporary thing, and you'll see it go back to what you're used to.
Oh, this is a good question. Dave at this price or TSSI at 20? I'll pull up the Dave price. I want to say it's at like 230, 240. Dave's at 240 right now. I would say
TSSI at 20 probably for me.
I would say TSSI too, just because I feel like Dave could easily, like the day I buy it, it goes down. Or if one thing I've noticed is like Dave has been trading, it basically doubles what the market does. I don't know what the index is called. I know it's off the top of my head, but where it's like doubles no matter what the market does. So if like the market's up 2%, you're up 4%. It goes down 2%.
Are you thinking of beta?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Basically, that's what Dave has been doing lately.
Yeah. So the reason for me on that is basically, I think Dave could easily hit 300, no problem. But if earnings are strong in the upcoming quarter or two, I could see TSSI getting to 40 or 50 on a really strong performance. So it's like, but that's kind of like a short term thing, right? I think if you had to ask me, if I had to hold it for a certain amount of time, like say I had to choose one to buy at this price and hold for 5 years, I would probably rather hold Dave for 5 years because I'm more confident that that they'll perform consistently well over that period of time, versus TSSI has that concentration risk with Dell. Like TSSI has blow up risk more so than Dave, I think.
Yeah.
I think
all these people from the actually, do we want to talk about how the Snap, do you think Snap benefits going away or is bullish for Dave? More people are going to be borrowing.
They need that early wage access for groceries now.
Yeah. You never know. It's all fun and games until the delinquency is up like 300% next quarter. It was a bad idea. We find out it was a bad.
They're gonna F around, and we will get to the find out stage in a few weeks. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, so probably not. So with TSSI, I looked at Dell's earnings in was it late August? Because people didn't like TSSI's earnings, and also MM said some nasty stuff about them.
Oh yeah,
but
live on air.
But I watched Dell's earnings with interest, and basically when the press release came out and everything, I specifically searched for like their data centers and AI and that kind of thing, and they were anticipating an oversubscription to their offering. So being oversubscribed means our customers want more than what we can give them. And TSSI's whole thing is they are an overflow for Dell. So they help with excess capacity. Yeah. So if Dell is oversubscribed, it's good for TSSI. And Dell might have other companies they work with, but TSSI has a very good relationship with Dell, and I see no reason to think that that's coming to an end. Now, theoretically, is it physically impossible for, I mean, Dell could, for whatever reason, yes, they could, I guess, drop TSSI, but if TSSI does well, they're very good at what they do, so it doesn't seem like it's in their best interest. And we do think TSSI is probably going to be working with maybe another client soon, another big one.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but that's the word on the street.
Word on the street. Yeah.
Word on the street.
Yes. Yes. All right. Do we want to recap? Time to gamble on Kalshi. That's true. I need to get off so I could play some mid-game bets on Kalshi. Oh. Any parting thoughts, topics we didn't discuss that you'd like to get to?
I mean, I feel like we covered all the bases. I hope we can do a more PayPal roundtable soon.
Yeah, I would say like next 2 weeks. Look for that PayPal roundtable.
Then I'll save anything else on PayPal for that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. 10 o'clock. Apologies for a later episode. Hope those watching on replay enjoyed. Stay safe on Halloween. Bad things can happen. Very bad things. To quote President Trump, bad things can happen. Bad things. Don't be like Fiscal and buy Bitcoin. Don't be like me and snort Coke. It's a joke. With that, all that out of the way, thank you all for watching. Smash like and subscribe. Do Dividend, stocks, not drugs, and of course, cash flow is king. Oh yes.